rolling.
We've been rolling. Okay, before we talk about Junior, let's introduce our amazing guest. Radiance is here.
Hello.
Hello. And we were talking about Junior because that is Radiance's husband. Junior's wife, Radiance, is here. But what I was saying was, sorry, before I forget my thought, my mom was like, oh, I want to go back and listen to his episode. He seemed really fun.
Oh my gosh. He came home, he's like, I don't know if I did what I was supposed to do on the episode. I'm like, babe, I'm sure it was fine.
He was great. I know. He was so nervous. He's like, I wanted to go deeper. I'm like, well, pause, first of all.
No, did he?
No, did he? Oh, man. This is great. This is not even 30 seconds in. Okay, so.
Bro, I be telling him and
you gotta
Jack,
speak up. You gotta speak up if you want to be heard on these mics.
Oh, I'm being heard. Him and Jack on the
Betrayal.
The sync meetings every Monday, they pause me so much.
Oh, I hear it.
I'm like, bruh, stop.
You just be saying not the right things in the right way, I guess.
There's a point where it's like, you can't.
Junior does it all the time at home.
Yeah,
He'll be
you gotta,
talking, he'll be like, pause.
Nah.
Yeah.
What are we talking about right now? Why are we
And
pausing?
why is that always in his head, you know?
It's always, forever. But he's also Jamaican, so there's that.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that.
Bati boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what he says all the time.
Yeah.
He'll say fish.
They used to call me that in the kitchen.
I didn't know.
said something. It was
You know.
the
Sus.
pause variety.
Yeah.
Bati boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, alright, cool.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
that's on record.
Great. All right. Moving on. That's what I do here. We're moving on. So Radiance is here. She looks amazing. I'm going to obviously show this on video. She looks great. I love your earrings. They're so cute. And I'm here in a t-shirt and gym shorts. And my t-shirt is wrinkled, but it's Ireland. It's from Nate's parents when they visited his sister in Ireland last summer. But I'm wearing this because this is the last episode before I go to Europe. Woo woo. So excited.
I'm excited for you, but I'm sad.
I know.
That's the purpose.
What are we supposed to do for however many weeks?
I mean, I'm really gone for... But the weekend that I'm back, and I'm probably going to use it to sleep those 3 days.
Oh, absolutely.
I have no idea what I'm going to be like. I feel like I'm not a person that, sleeps for a long time, but I've never experienced jet lag, so... Yeah. Have you ever been out of the country? I can't remember.
Yeah, I was born in Trinidad.
Well, yes, that's right. But I meant Europe or, anywhere like that.
I want to go, but...
We were talking about Egypt.
I want to go. I want to go to Amsterdam.
Yes.
I want to go to Greece.
Yes.
Um,
Same. These are not places I'm going to.
But I just have one question.
Ooh, what's that?
Do they like black people?
Well, I'll find out and let you know.
Please let me know. Because I'm not trying to go over there and be like...
I have no idea.
Yeah, how are you going to find out, though?
I mean, maybe there's someone in my group that is. I don't know.
My friend has a question.
My friend Donnie is...
Donnie's Peruvian.
Yes.
Oh,
He's
snap.
Of the darker variety.
He's a brown boy, as they call him.
Mm-hmm.
Not me call him. They, his friends, himself, say brown boy. So, we'll see. So there's this group chat. Sorry, this is going to be all over. That we have on the app for the trip because it's like a big group of strangers. Mm-hmm. And at first, my friend Donnie, to freak people out, was just messaging back in Spanish. So they're going to think that he only speaks Spanish at the start of this trip because
I'm doing on Duolingo.
That's how he introduced himself to this group, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Because they're gonna feel so awkward. And they're gonna be like, hola, me llamo Jenna.
Speak English.
Right. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I see, how people interact, and yeah, we'll get back.
How did you find the people?
My friend Jessica found this travel agency.
Okay.
And then these people also know of it, and they
Don't
signed
say
up.
their names.
I'm not
we
saying
ain't locking a sponsor yet.
No,
Bruh.
we did not. My next episode, though, I want to do a Europe based stay or go. Like, what should stay or go in Europe? If it's go being racist, because I'm going to see if I witness any of that in Europe, but hopefully not.
I heard France is like really racist.
Well, I won't be there.
They got bland food. That's what I've heard. They don't season their food. But I mean, it's healthier.
I'm just saying what I heard.
You heard? No. Okay, but yeah, we'll report back. Anyway, so Radiance, we got stuff to talk about today.
What we talking about, girl?
Anything, really. I mean, you know the concept of the pod. So, for example, Junior talked about getting out of his comfort zone. I mean, he, like, blossomed middle to high school, he says. What, is that a pause? Is blossomed a pause? Are you for real?
Yeah.
Just 'cause it's Junior.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say nothing else about Junior now. But anyway, so we were talking a little bit before this about what you might want to start with of what makes you think of stay or go in your life.
Currently the military?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so can you give a little background to everybody listening, your history with the military?
Ghetto. Low-key. No, I like the military. I like military life. I like the lifestyle and everything. After having a kid, it just became harder because it's like, if I were to get deployed or I'm gone for a long period of time, I'd be gone for like a minimum of a year, and I don't want to miss out on a year of my kid's life.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But I've been in for 7 years now, and I just re-enlisted for 3 more years.
Oh my gosh.
So by the time this next contract is over, I would have been in for 10 years. And then I'm just going to retire with 20. I'm just going to do another 10.
What?
I might as well. I'll be retired in 13 years, bro. If I start a career right now, I cannot retire in 10 years.
No, you can't. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, so wow, we just got to a stay or go decision real quick. You're deciding to stay in the military for another 10 years so that you could retire in 10 years. Well, 13 technically, right?
Yeah.
13 years. Wow. Nate, we will not be there. But okay, let's go back to the beginning though. What age were you when you decided to go into the military?
20.
20. And how did you make that decision? Again, we might have talked about it, but for the listeners.
So it was a year after me and Junior got married, and I was actually wanting to go to school. I was wanting to go back to school, but I needed a way to pay for it. So I was like, I'm weighing my options, and then I was like, oh, military. They also have other benefits, like the VA home loan. You can buy a house, no down payment. They have insurance, and they have really good benefits. So I was like, let me do the military. So the first place I went, I was going to join the Marines when I was in high school, like straight out of high school. Decided not to do that.
How?
So something about Paris Island just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Where is that?
I don't remember, but it's like a specific place just for Marines, like where they train.
Where they do the crazy training, like jumping out of a plane into the ocean.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing all that. So I was like, let me try active duty Army, and they were talking about like basic training and everything. I was like, that doesn't sound great. So we went with National Guard because I still wanted somewhat of a civilian lifestyle. I just wanted to be part-time and be able to go to school. It sounded good. Of course, it didn't end up being what I was told, the dream I was sold, but I do like the National Guard. I prefer it. Sometimes it does feel like I'm active duty, so I might as well have gone active, but I do like the National Guard a lot. It does still, you somewhat get normal life, so I do like it, but that's how I decided. I was like, I need benefits, and I need to go back to school, so let me just join the Army.
Yeah.
And that's what helped me make the decision. So I did that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately the United States we live in is all of our decisions based off of money.
Yep.
And retiring early if we can. Yeah. Yeah, because work sucks.
Girl. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was wondering, as you were talking about that, you were talking about school. What did you want to do at school? Or what were you interested in at the time? Do you know?
I wanted to go back to be a RN. I had already done the medical assistant. So I wanted to be a RN and be like a traveling nurse. Because at the time we didn't have any kids yet, and it was just me and Junior. So I was like, I'll just travel, do nursing. We can go different places. So that's initially what I was going to go for.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, did you know from a young age that you always wanted to be in some type of service or helping profession?
Yes. So my whole family is either police, military, or nurses.
Oh,
Or
see, I didn't
doctors.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, all what they would call during COVID essential workers.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, so it was kind of just in the family. You weren't like a black sheep in your family that was like wanted to do art per se.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So I do want to go back to the beginning where you were talking about you moved here from Trinidad when you were 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, I mean, I'm assuming you know, like your family's decision to do that and decide to come over here.
Yeah, my parents basically just wanted a better life. Mm-hmm. My dad owned his own business in Trinidad. He built a house. Like, we had all the things, but they wanted to come to America because they heard America is, you get the American dream and all the things. And my dad's mom, she was born in Trinidad, but she had moved to New York, and then she moved to Georgia. Mm-hmm. So they already had somebody here. So they just decided to move here. My mom was 8 months pregnant with my sister when we moved here. Mm-hmm. We moved here in August, and my sister was born in September. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they just wanted a better life, essentially.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And do they feel like they got that by moving here?
To an extent. But we don't have any family here. So
it's hard. Yeah.
My mom was real close. Well, she still is. She's still close to all her brothers and sisters. She has 7 brothers and sisters. Oh, wow. She's close to all of them, her mother and everything. My dad, he's kind of close to his family. Not really, but his mom and dad are the only ones that are here. And we have family in Florida and New York, but we don't talk to them, really.
Yeah.
So, all of our close family's back in Trinidad.
Yeah.
So.
And I think when Junior was on, don't say pause. You said you're going to say it every time now, so now I'm self-conscious. I think he was mentioning how you guys hope to get a trip out there with Amari at some point soon.
I would love to, because I have my passport. Mm-hmm. Junior and Amari don't have
their
passports
that's what
yet.
It was. They need to get their passports, man.
Yes. Yeah. I need to get hers. I need to get his. Mine doesn't expire for, like, the next 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have mine till 29.
Oh, my gosh. I'm like, can we just go? But it is expensive. And also, like, the flight from Miami, because we have to go from here to Miami and then Miami to Trinidad. Mm-hmm. The flight's 5 hours from Miami. Okay. So I want to be at least in business class, because having a toddler on a plane for 5 hours.
For the first time.
Oh, she's been on a plane already.
She has. Okay.
When she was like, younger, and she did fine, but I was breastfeeding at the time. So it's like,
totally different.
Pop a boob in her mouth and she's fine.
Yeah.
Now she's like, where are we?
Yeah.
I want to run around.
Uh-huh.
So I want her to be comfortable. I want her to be able to nap, things of that nature. So the ticket's going to be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
I will not fly anything but Delta or American Airlines.
I am flying Delta for the first time to Europe. I'm very excited.
Delta's great.
I've heard. And it's direct flight, too.
It's a direct one?
From Atlanta to Venice, yeah.
Oh, that's
not the way
amazing.
Back, but there, yeah.
This is where you, like, in part of the podcast, you put a commercial.
Yeah. Delta Airlines, sponsor us. Give us free flights so Radiance and her family can go to Trinidad, please.
Flight points, credits, all that stuff.
Like, I have an American Airlines credit card. So, yeah, those two. Good stuff.
Wow. Don't tell people.
What? They don't know the number. They don't know anything about it. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What are you going to do?
Listen.
I literally, in the back of my head, was like, Nate's going to be so mad if I say I have an American Airlines credit card. He's going to say, don't do that. Here we are.
The scammers just went.
Like, bet.
Okay. Is your phone vibrating or is that that's yours? Is someone calling you?
Oh.
Do we have a phone call? Caller 355.
Oh, Lord. It's my husband.
Oh, yay! Our second
he needed
call.
Airtime.
Yeah. Oh, look who it is. Hi.
Say hi.
Hi, Amari. You look so sweet in your PJs. I'm great.
Okay, where's Mommy?
She's right here. Hi.
Is this you?
What?
Is this you?
Well, I'm with her. I'm at
Yes.
Jenna's.
Yeah, she's at my house.
So what did you go to say?
Good night.
Good night. I love you.
Love you.
You have sweet dreams?
Yeah.
No? Alright. Use the other one first and see if it works. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm crying.
Have fun.
We are.
Love you guys.
Say good things about me.
Okay, I'll say great things about you, Mari.
Say love you.
Mwah.
Oh,
Here you go.
stay.
Love you, babe.
That's amazing. Oh my god, I'm literally crying. Your child just made my whole night.
She'll always be like, are we going to Jenna and Charlie's? Like, anytime we're about to, like, leave the house, are we going to Jenna and Charlie's?
Wow,
Because she knows
anytime.
y'all live close.
That's so sweet.
So she assumes we're coming
but
here.
like, yeah, but you don't like go to the grocery store often more than you come here.
Right. Like, no, we're going to Aldi.
I'm
What are you talking
obsessed.
about?
I love her. That was so sweet.
Girl.
Oh my god. I hope that the mics picked some of that up. That was
Yeah,
so
dude.
cute. She's so sweet.
I'm surprised she was like, what? Wasn't like, where's Charlie?
She doesn't. She says we're going to Jenna and Charlie's house, and then she does not communicate with you
At all. She's like,
No idea.
It's so funny.
Mari, say hi. Hi.
She did the one time.
She did the one time.
At like Truant's,
Shout out Trent.
yeah, his like 2 million.
Party.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she was talking to me a lot.
She was talking your ears off.
Yeah,
She's like, maybe I do like him.
she's reading a book.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Love it. She's so smart. Wow.
She's very smart.
She's very smart. She knows how to FaceTime. She's the one that just called. We know
Yeah.
that she did that by herself.
Mhm. She'll text, she'll send voice notes to people. I'm like, how do you even, you don't have a phone. I don't just hand you my phone and say, here, take this.
Yeah.
How do you know how to do these things? But she's watching me.
She watches everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what were we talking about before that? We were talking about Trinidad and passports and getting them. Was that the last thing, or did I forget something? What was the last absolute thing?
Delta, sponsor.
Delta, that's right. We were talking about the airlines and direct flights.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I think that was it though, right? Jeez, ADHD. We were talking about that too. I'm so distracted by Amari.
Yo, tell me why I saw a video like a few hours ago and these people were like, yeah, normally we're good with turbulence, but like the plane started going down. What you mean, Mookie? They were on the airstrip for 4 hours before. And then
decided
you
to
stayed
go.
on the plane.
Yeah.
What plane was it?
Huh?
He's Spirit.
What air-
It was Spirit.
Yeah.
Really? Do you know
Yes.
Spirit has a 0 fatality rate though out of all the airlines?
You know-
it's the only one.
We flew that
know-
together.
Yeah, it gets the worst.
It
rap.
gets the jobs done. It gets the job done.
I flew Spirit once.
Same.
It was with me
Yeah.
to the Bahamas,
Oh,
right?
no, I did twice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with your family, didn't you?
No.
No, it was
I went
Southwest.
to Los Angeles.
Oh,
Spirit.
right. Okay, wait. So you were just saying that video, but you said American and Delta only. So what what bad experiences? You don't have to shout out the airlines, but what bad experiences on a plane have you had that makes you only go to those two?
So, I've only ever flown those two in Spirit. And the first time I flew Spirit was with Junior.
Uh-huh.
After we got married, we went to Connecticut.
Uh-huh.
First
Happy
of all,
honeymoon!
yay!
Connecticut.
Like, we went to go see his family.
Mm-hmm.
Where my leg room at?
There's none. You have
Like,
0
I'm short.
legs.
Where's the leg room?
Imagine Junior's experience.
Like, and I was, okay, so, I'm a little bougie because my parents made me this way. Flying back and forth from Trinidad, we went every summer, like, we flew very frequently.
Mm-hmm.
And we would always get food. We'd have blankets, earbuds, all the things. My parents paid for those, but when I was younger, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I get on Spirit, and I'm like, can I have a blanket? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, it's X amount of money. What are you talking about?
No, they be taxing though. Like, for real, Spirit does add on all.
Like, I can't eat a bag of peanuts?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely
It's
not.
crazy.
Yep.
I was
that's-
like,
we don't
huh?
do that anymore.
Junior's like, you gotta pay for that. I'm like, what you mean you gotta pay for it? Like,
Should be a part of the experience. Nope.
Earbuds?
Don't they like charge you for a carry-on too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
That's why
they
the-
fuck with Southwest, bro.
No,
I've never flown
no,
Southwest
No, I
before.
just flew it this past weekend for Ohio. Not it.
You don't
They
like
give you a
Not
free
it.
checked bag.
They do.
Oh, they do. See, I didn't use
So
one, so I
clutch.
didn't get the. I could have. I was only going to Ohio, direct flight. There was no layover. I could have done
They'd be
that,
like,
but it's
yeah,
fine.
Our tickets are $20, but the checked bag $500.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I just hate the hope and pray that I get in this group so that I can pick a seat that I want. But I didn't on the flight there, and I was in the middle of two people.
Oh.
And I was sweating bullets sitting there like this with human on this side of me taking up all the space, other on that side of me, because I couldn't pick my seat. I always pick an aisle seat.
Yeah.
Always, because access to the bathroom and not having to ask people. Then if I need to go to the bathroom, which
Right.
is what you have to do in a window seat or a middle seat.
Mm-hmm.
My first flight to Venice is an aisle seat. I'm so excited. And I didn't have to pick that. I didn't get to pick. They booked all the stuff for us with the
Okay.
travel group, but I think I picked, like, they said, like, what's your preferred? And I put aisle, and they got it for me.
Oh, yeah. Aisle seat is great. I like the window seat, but if it's like an hour flight.
Right. It has to be quick, because if you
I
need
can't
to
be on
pee.
there long,
Uh-huh.
and I always have to pee.
Same. I pee, like, every other hour. So, and I'm in Delta Comfort.
Ooh.
I was like, that's the bougiest experience I'm ever going to have, because I've never paid for an upgrade ever. So I'm pumped. But anyway,
It's going to be so nice.
but I don't know how to sleep in an aisle seat, though, because there's nothing to, like, lean up
Yeah.
against. And I don't have a neck pillow. I just have a regular, like, pillow that you could put on, like, your, you know, when you're rolling your luggage and there's, like, those things you put over the 2-stick thing. That could be a blanket also, but I don't have. My mom just gave it to me because I'm like, I need something to sleep because it's an overnight flight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to sleep. I'm really nervous about that.
Wonder if, can you recline?
I hope so. I mean, I'm sure everyone will
if
be doing
you-
that because they're all doing an overnight flight, so they all need to sleep. But anyway, enough about me. Well, before that, just spit. Wow. I had a horrible dream last night about this podcast experience. I had a nightmare. So, you came over, and Amari came over, and she was up to my boobs. That's how old she was already. I was like, whoa, where did the time go? then it was my godmother came over, Susie. She came over to record, and I'm like, how are we going to record all these people? And then Cul-de-sac Kid came over again, and it was like all of you on the couch, and I'm like, there's no place for me to sit. How are we going to do this?
The Amari thing.
It's so random.
I know why.
Okay, we'll get there. Hold on. And then, this is weird, but it probably has to do with Bad Batch. Our sink, or something like a fixture, like a pipe, had a snake coming out of it. And we had to pull it out, and we threw it in the backyard. And then it just kept coming in through the system, through the vents. And
Bro, what did you eat yesterday?
I don't know. But the Bad Batch thing is totally the Zillow Beast thing.
That's totally why Amari grew.
Okay. Oh, because
You're like,
Omega.
yeah, like, why the fuck
Oh,
did
spoiler
Omega-
alert if you didn't watch the season finale or the series finale of Bad
Right.
Batch. It's a Star Wars cartoon.
Okay. Well, I know that. But I'm like,
My dream?
I'm not following.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That was a lot. Sorry, but yeah, nightmare last night.
That sounds like a fever dream.
Right.
And then the night before, I had a dream that my dad got swallowed by a whale. And my dad's birthday's today, so again, maybe that's where this is coming from. But weird, scary dreams.
Jonah 2.0 is crazy. That's wild.
What is that?
Jonah, the Bible story where he gets swallowed.
Okay. And then, yesterday he showed me, or I found on Instagram, the video of a whale eating 2 kayakers. Did you see that?
No.
Well, it obviously spit them out, but like they had broken ribs and like survived it. Yeah.
I would never go in the ocean again.
No. I mean, I would never, first of all, kayak in the ocean.
Oh, no.
You've done it. Don't do it. I'm not doing that with you, ever.
I saw.
He saw
this thing called
manatees.
a thresher shark.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was crazy and it geeked me out because
Exactly.
its tail literally like fell over the.
Didn't you have your phone in the kayak with you? I think you were texting me like during, saying, "Whoa, I just saw this crazy," or was it was after the fact? Because that would be stupid if you had your phone.
I used to like
but-
have a kayak on the beach and go in when I'd see
Yeah.
the school of like bluefish come by,
Mm-hmm.
and there's always dolphins and stuff. But
That's
there was, like,
cute. But no.
The thresher shark has like a tail tip that
Mhm.
like is as long as like this room, and they were just coming out. But I was like, "Yo, it's a squid." It literally looks like a tentacle,
Mm-hmm.
and like one of them literally like slapped the end of my kayak, and I was like,
We're done.
Going back. I love the ocean.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I'm scared of it, but I love it.
I know. It's mixed feelings. So yeah, you just went. You just went to Destin, right? Or what part of?
Yes.
Oh no.
We went to Destin.
Okay.
The
tell me.
reason that I make that face
Okay.
is because, can y'all see that? Yeah. It's because, like, it was cold.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It was so windy. If there was no wind, it wouldn't have been as cold.
Mm.
But it was so windy, and then, like, it was cloudy. So we went to the beach, and the kids got in the water, but it was, like, cold. They were, like,
dying.
shaking, and then Ty, like, we're all sitting on the beach, and Ty's like, he's like, all right, I'm going in, and he gets in, he's like, oh, God! Like, he was in there with
No,
the kids,
thanks.
but it was so cold. Like, the first time we went,
Oh, that's.
I got in the
terrible.
water, Junior got in the water, Amari was like, yay, I'm having so much fun.
I'm having
And then the
so
second
much-
time, I'm like, you can't get in the water, it's too cold.
Yeah.
But the sun was out more, so I was upset about that. The trip was good, but I was upset about
Right. Oh
it
no,
being
this
like
isn't
that.
good. So this was what month?
It's like
April,
weak.
the beginning of April.
My cousin wants to go there the end of March for her bachelorette next year. It's gonna be cold.
That's my thing. I've never been to Florida in the beginning of April. It's always either the end or it's
Right.
like in June.
When you
Or
know
August.
it's gonna be guaranteed warm.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh no.
it was so windy.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I went one
Okay.
time in July.
And it was probably hot as
Hot.
hell.
It was crazy.
Yeah. You went to Destin before?
No.
I didn't think so.
Treasure Island.
Yeah, that's not the
Tampa,
same thing.
yeah.
That's not the same thing, honey.
I like Destin because the water's clear.
Right.
Like, okay.
That was the point why she wanted to go.
Yes. And the only American water that I will get in is South Florida. And it has to be clear. That's it.
So
I'm
we
not getting
can
no murky
see
water.
What's going on?
I'm not.
I'm
I'm not going to do that.
Oh my God! What happened to my leg? Oh, it's just
Chesapeake
this.
River, Maryland, right outside of Baltimore.
Ocean shitty.
Like,
what
I'm
I
not-
call it.
I'm not, bruh, if I fall in there, if my car goes off the side and I go in there, like,
Don't.
I'm just gonna,
That
I'm gonna,
happened. Yeah.
oh, if I'm going over any body of water, all my windows are coming down in my car.
Yeah. I mean that's smart. You're
It
supposed
happens
to.
every time.
You're supposed to do that,
Mhm.
and you are supposed to immediately unbuckle,
Mhm.
jump.
Mhm.
But that's not that easy in a 20-second life or death
Girl.
situation.
My windows are coming down.
Mhm.
I'm unbuckling my kid. Like, y'all gotta, I don't know, y'all gotta get out.
Yeah.
You
Oh my
only have
gosh.
a certain amount of time when the car starts going under.
Uh-huh.
And the pressure, like when you hit it, you're probably gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, totally. Wait, so this is speaking to fight, flight, or freeze. Do you have a typical reaction in a scary or stressful situation? Are you a
So I'm calm.
uh-huh.
But then, like, little things, I'm, like, freaking out.
Yeah.
But stressful, high-stress situations, I'm chilling. I'm
Yeah.
good.
And how do you think you got to be like that? Because that's not me.
Trauma.
Yeah, right. Trauma. We do that. Imagination. Trauma.
Do you ever wish you overreacted though?
Yes.
That's
Because
me
I'm
every
like-
single time.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was
was a lot.
kind of stressful.
Yeah.
It's like, it can't get any worse. Like, that's my mindset. Life can't get any worse. And if it does, well, we vibing.
Mm-hmm. You've made it this far,
Yeah.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, just resilient. You just spin through it and you're just like, okay, we're cool. Wow, that's awesome. But not because of your past.
Uh-huh.
So
What are you?
I haven't experienced anything crazy bad. So I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like, I haven't had something that I'm like, yes, that was an extremely triggering
You
situation.
got into a car accident when we were
Yeah.
College.
But I didn't. Okay, so you want to know what happened? It was the stupidest thing ever.
But what did you do?
I was like, I had two. See, that's the difference. When you have other people around you, you have to stay cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was just like, oh, that's so frustrating. I'm so annoyed. We're going to be late. Because we were going to a Taylor Swift concert. Typical. It was Friday the 13th.
Of course it was.
She shook it off.
Wow, I've never thought about it like that. That's hilarious. Okay, so what happened, though, was literally barely a car accident. The only one I've ever really been in. Knock on wood that nothing happens tomorrow. I was sitting in the, like, lane to turn left to get onto the highway.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on, like, a regular-ass road where there's only one lane this way and one lane going that way, and I had my blinker on, left, because I was going to be turning.
Mm-hmm.
And some impatient, old, annoying-ass man in a pickup truck decided to merge around me from the left side. The left side. If I'm turning left, you would go around me on the right, wouldn't you? If I'm about to turn, we're going to T-bone if I'm about to turn and you're coming at me. Yeah. So luckily I wasn't turning, but he was in the middle of the lane also going this way. So the man didn't have space. So he, boop, skidded into my side of my car. Dumb. He didn't hit and run, though. He pulled over to the side, and I was like, you're annoying. Let's exchange insurance, and let me go to my Taylor Swift concert. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened. So I was calm, but I was in the car with them. Like, that was so stupid. I didn't even do anything wrong. It's more like I felt good because I didn't do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it would have been if I fucked up. But that's it. Okay, enough about that and about me. I'm talking too much about me. This is a problem. Okay, so we talked about staying in the military. What else in your life have you made a decision to stay in it or to go from it?
I
feel like it sounds so dumb when I say that. Church. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, so tell the people what.
My parents' church. How long did we go there? Or how long did I go there? I was there from the age of 3 until I was 19.
Ooh, long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of churching.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot of churching.
And it was a biker church.
Biker church.
Uh-huh. We were the only black family there.
Like biker church as in
like
they
from
ride
Harley
motorcycles
Davidson's,
there?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? But is that a part of the religion is you must ride a
So that's not part of it, but all of them did that. And some of them had been to prison and sold drugs and all that stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, more than a few of them. My pastor went to prison. He sold drugs, did drugs, all that stuff.
Nate has so many questions in his head right now. Nate is baffled. What?
I'm just baffled. Where is this?
Speechless.
Is this
It's
here?
in Canton.
Canton, Georgia.
Yeah, my parents still go there.
Oh.
Wow.
We don't want to say anything too bad
They own
if
a
your
Harley
parents
Davidson?
listen.
My dad did, and then he sold it.
Okay. So does he now not ride a bike to the church?
He never rode one.
Oh.
He won it. He was not won it. He was gifted it, and then he got rid of it because he didn't want to.
Yeah.
But I want one, and I want a street bike as well.
I saw this on your Facebook the other day.
You know what's crazy,
She
though?
does want a
The
bike.
biker gangs here in Metro Atlanta, they seem chill.
Mm-hmm.
In Pennsylvania,
No. Watch out.
yeah, bro.
They are.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually scary.
They are
So
something.
it
So-
seems like it's a meetup here.
So have you ever been trained or ridden a motorcycle before?
Never. I've rode them. Yeah, we
Oh.
would ride them to different states. We rode to Indiana every year.
Oh my gosh.
Florida.
What a fun fact.
Yeah, I love. Oh my god, I love riding bikes.
You wear a helmet, I hope.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. My
Safety
mom,
first.
she was like, make sure my kids are good. Make sure they're safe.
Did she not go on it ever?
She has before, a handful of times, but that's because
Yeah.
they're like, come on, go, go, go. But yeah, we were we always wanted to do that. Like,
Yeah.
we love traveling like that.
Oh,
Me and all my siblings.
that's awesome. So yeah, I hope you get a motorcycle, but that scares me, so I'm worried for you also.
Oh, Junior doesn't want me to go.
I was gonna say he's so protective. I'm sure he's like absolutely not, but you're gonna do it anyway because
Absolutely.
girl power. Girls can do what they want to do.
Like,
Independent woman.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, she's an interesting
Biker
gal.
church.
Okay, so yeah, we're not even there yet. Okay, so how did you? What did you like about it besides the bikes? What did you not like about it?
I like the bikes.
That's it.
That was about it. We just did, like, a lot of ministry stuff, and, like, we were always at church. Always at
Like
church, bro.
multiple days of the week.
Yes. Yeah, and we were, like, one of the first people to get there, last people to leave type
Oh,
thing. My
no.
parents are pastors, too, so, yeah, we did a lot of ministry. We went into prisons.
That's interesting.
I think the youngest I went in was when I was, like, 11. I started going
And
in
what
at
kind
9.
of prison was it?
Well, because we were kids, we had to go into just the women's prisons. We weren't allowed to go
Ah.
into the men's prisons.
Okay.
I think we went into, like, 1 or 2, like, men's prisons, but that's when I got older. But we went into a lot of women's prisons. We did it for Mother's Day because, like, you know, they can't really see their kids.
Yeah, that's
Stuff
sad.
we'd go in there and do, like, ministry stuff.
So you probably enjoyed that kind of stuff, or no? No? Okay. Just kidding.
It was forced.
It was forced.
I didn't have a choice.
You didn't have, yeah. That's when it's like, no, it's not fun because I didn't choose to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you get out of it at 19?
I mean, so me and Junior got married, and I just stopped going because, like, I wasn't under my parents' roof anymore. That was one of their rules,
Until
essentially.
you move out.
I have to go to church. So we got married, and I stopped going. I would go every now and then, and even now, like, if they have a special service, like, I go to support my mom or whatever. But, yeah, I didn't... Your girl got out.
Now, with that, though, because I feel like I've experienced this, church people are very upset when you leave the church. So, did you feel any of that, like, animosity when you left, and then now when you kind of come back here and there? Or no?
So, I didn't really feel any of that. I honestly didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah,
So-
blacking out the haters. if
Yeah,
there
because
are
I'm
any.
like, you know, life was lifing at the time, and I was
Yeah.
like, I got too much to focus on. But now when I go back, everybody's like really loving. They're like, "Hey, it's good to see you," stuff
Okay,
like that.
Good. And that's how it should be.
Right? Because like I grew up with them.
Yeah.
So they saw me through my toddler phase, my preteen, my teenager, into my adulthood.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody's really cool. A lot of people that were used to be there are still there. So everybody knows me.
Yeah.
They know my parents. My parents still go there.
Right.
So.
And that's the thing. I feel like there are religions or groups that it's like they shun you. It's like that's not what God wanted for you to be rude to people. I experienced a little bit of this today. I went to Planned Parenthood. Yes, I'm shouting it out because I need birth control. And my birth control is not covered by my insurance because I work for a Christian-based agency.
Of course.
And so it's like $75 cheaper if I just get it at Planned Parenthood. So that's what I do. And I went there today to get my next 3 months. And I was being shouted at, harassed by protesters that are outside of Planned Parenthood. I walk into the store and I'm like, yo, there's so many people out there. It really wasn't that many people. It was like 3. But they were yelling as if there were millions. Like, hey, you there. Hi, ma'am. And I'm like not turning around. And they just continue to yell at me. I'm like, please let me in. Please let me in. And so they let me in. And I'm like, did you know that? They're like, they're here every day. And I was like,
Yeah.
Don't y'all work?
yeah, that's what
Like, y'all
I'm
have nothing to do.
That's what I'm saying. So I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, last time I was here, they weren't here. And they're like, yeah, they come at different times every day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen the videos.
Yeah.
Right, they do rotations. Like,
Yeah.
all right, so we were here from 1 to 4.
Yeah.
So
Tomorrow, go from 9 to 12.
She told me that they
Well, let
made
me
her
get to the
wait.
story. Made me wait. What do you mean?
They made you like wait. Like you told me.
No. I had to wait for my birth control
That's what
pills
I'm talking
inside. Yeah. Well, what's wrong with that? That has nothing to do with the protesters.
Oh, they totally thought you were like. Getting
Oh,
an
they
abortion.
thought I was getting an abortion, probably, yes, or like had some type of appointment for killing babies. Either way, I walk out and I was like, Nate, we're gonna talk on the phone so they can't yell at me again when I walk out. So we're on the phone. I get in the car and I see that they have migrated from like, it's on the side of a highway, not highway,
Oh, yeah,
main
I know where
road.
it's at.
You know where it is, in Marietta. And they moved towards the stop sign where I was going to have to pull out and make a left turn. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to be sitting there forever. What do I do? Okay. So I see them harassing the car in front of me. I'm like, Nate, I don't know what to do. They're right there. And so Grandma comes over on the window. She has a gift bag for me. She said, here. And I'm like, it's okay. I literally gave you, the sign. It's okay. And then Nate's on the phone with me, so I'm distracted. And she's like motioning to roll down my window. And I'm like, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm doing it anyway because she has a gift bag. So I roll down the window tiny bit. Arm could barely fit through.
She got that gift bag.
And she's
Got
like,
to.
I'm just a grandma. We're just trying to help you. Here, take this bag. Read the information.
Not the pamphlets.
It was a gift bag, and I took it. Okay, thanks, bye. Nate's like yelling at me, saying, you should have put down your window. Don't put down your window. The woman can hear him screaming in my Bluetooth surround system. Put your window up. Whatever. I was like, thanks, bye. Yeah, it had Cheez-Its in it. It had slipper socks. It had Psalm whatever. And then it had other resources for, abortion reversal pill.
How'd they do that?
I don't know.
So you sent them back and they brought them back? Like, how are we?
What is the science to that?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
It's God. It's God. I don't know. So yeah, that was my experience today. I felt like, yeah, it was.
They literally thought you went in there.
They thought I was like, yep, today's the day. I am
Sending them back.
crazy.
But like,
You were
okay,
just waiting for pills.
I just needed some pills.
that's the other thing though. Like, Planned Parenthood does so much more
right,
than just
right.
abortion,
That's what
y'all.
I'm saying. Like, I technically started birth control to regulate my period.
Right.
That was it. That was what it was when I was a teenager.
Uh-huh.
And I go there to get the pills. What's wrong with that? So, yeah. Sorry.
Girl, you better than me.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's like, you can't trust people that look like nice grandmas. I'm like, I didn't trust them.
That's how they get
Don't
you.
roll your window down for anybody.
I know.
Like,
Lesson learned.
Folks is crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
See,
I know. What would you have done, Radiance?
first of all,
Let's hear it.
when I'm walking in, I'd been like, I gotta send them back, y'all. Like, I'm talking to y'all like, I gotta send them back. I'm gonna egg you on. Because why you out here at 3 PM when I gotta go to work every day? Like, what
Yeah.
are y'all doing? Can I get some of your money? Like, number 2, why are you in my business? Because I'm
Hey.
here for birth control pills.
Yeah, bitch. Get out
I'm
of
here for birth control pills to regulate my period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I would have egged them on so bad. Let me pull up to that stop sign. I would have been like, no, not right now. Like, I'm just have a lot going on. I, just got rid of my kids. Like, I would, girl,
Yeah.
I would egg them on. Because why are you in my business like that?
It was so annoying.
Also, like, you as a grandmother, you can't have any more babies if you
Right.
did.
I'm glad she's this pissed.
Like,
Remember how
He
pissed I
was
on the
very
phone?
pissed at me and at them, more at them than me, but just was pissed at my niceness.
because, yeah, I'm
He
not
said
about
he's
to...
gonna come with me next time to get them.
Yeah, because you don't harass... And that's the thing.
That was
like, you
it.
don't harass people. It doesn't matter what
No.
you think.
Right.
Like,
you
have
can
your
protest, is what he was saying. He was defending them at first before he knew all this happened. But he was like, they have the right to protest, that's fine. But I said, yeah, the difference is they were harassing me.
Like...
Stopping me from driving by standing right in front of my car. Yeah.
10 points for each of them. You ain't about to close me in, buddy. I'm gonna put it in reverse and then I'm gonna zoom. Like, please don't get in the way.
Bro,
Like-
I had a guy that threatened?
Oh, he picked me up from the airport last week. Oh my gosh.
Don't say the exit.
I don't know it like you do. We got off an exit. And man came up to the window, and what did he say? He's like, I'm a veteran. Give me some money.
Yeah,
What did he
said,
say?
I'm a veteran. I'm an ex-Marine. Look at me. Make eye contact with me.
Pull down your window.
I can rip you out this vehicle right now.
Yes, that's what he
And
said.
was
I
like,
bet you
spin the
won't.
block. I was so mad.
He was furious.
She's telling me about her trip.
I'm-
All
yeah.
I can think about is like, we gotta turn around. I gotta run him over.
I will get rid of all your troubles right now.
Yeah.
What are you?
That's the way to get us
You know what's
to
crazy?
give you money, sir.
I come to that exit
All the time.
3 times a week and he's always there.
Mm-hmm.
He don't ever do that. I was in a different car, and I was with
A different
woman in the
day
car.
and the time of day at night.
I've even given this man food.
Wow, he didn't remember you.
He's not, bro.
Kidding.
Price is like fucking.
Thousands of
Yeah.
people a day, yeah.
I'd be like, hey, my boy, you remember when I did you a solid? Go
did
ahead and
not.
back up.
He did not.
No, he
That
did
is
not.
so, like, why are you mad at me?
Right. I didn't do anything to you, sir.
I'm trying to get to the house, bro.
He's
That
trying
is
to-
crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Stuff's crazy.
See,
Are you feeling hot? Are you really hot in here?
No.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I'm like basically naked here. I'm dying. Okay. We talked about staying in the military. We talked about, oh my God, church. Going from the church. Did you ever, I know you go there sometimes, but do you have a different church or group that you now go to?
Yeah, we go to a different church.
Good. That's more of your vibe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
Like,
good.
so much more.
Good.
And getting out, that's another thing. Getting out of, like, that church made me realize how messed up stuff was. Because until you get out of it, you can't
Right.
see. When you're in the situation, it's like, what are y'all talking
Right.
about?
It's just
And then you
like
get out
an
and you're like-
abusive relationship. That's it with the church.
Like, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and I was here for how many years? All right.
Yeah.
Girl, I could tell some stories about that.
Well, would you like to? You don't have to.
Girl,
Just one.
these people are still in business, so I won't.
Okay. All right. We won't say.
Mm-hmm.
They could figure it out if you say too much.
I was about to say, there's one specific story. If I tell it, you can
don't
find
know.
it on the news.
You can find it on the news. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Nate's face is. He wants the news afterwards.
Yeah, I got you.
Off air. That's our job. Okay, so this like. Oh wait, I'm all over the place. I want to try a new segment that I came up with. You'll
Okay.
be the guinea pig, and we're kind of already talking about this kind of stuff because we were just ranting. So the segment is, there's literally nothing worse than fill in the blank, because I say this to myself every time I'm in a situation where I'm
To
like,
yourself, more like to me.
or to myself, like 9 times a day when something annoying happens. So I like literally thought of this in our bathroom a month ago when like I dropped my hairbrush in the sink after brushing my teeth. You know?
I'm gonna say dropping a deuce.
No. I mean, we can talk about that
No.
too.
Girls don't poop. Keep going.
That's what he
Buddy,
says.
I got some news
That's
for
what
you.
he... Yo, wait. Let me throw back really quick to my second episode of this podcast with Jessica. Today she sent me a TikTok of a guy who left an upper decker at an Airbnb because the Airbnb host said that they had to pay $5 for every toilet paper roll used. So he said, fuck you. I'm gonna leave an upper decker in your toilet. And she sent me the video and I was like, I don't need to see that. But we talked about upper deckers in her episode. That's why this came up. Okay, anyway, back to
New segment.
upper deckers poop. No, there's literally nothing worse than, what came to mind? Anything?
No.
No? You can't think of anything? Okay, I'll give you another example. There is literally nothing worse than when you go to the gym and you don't have your headphones.
Yeah,
That
that's pretty-
happened to me the other day.
So hear me out, right? I don't work out with music.
Okay. That's
because when I do like my Army physical fitness test,
fine.
we weren't allowed to play music. Like they just changed it to where you can play music now, but before we weren't allowed to play music. So I never worked out with
Oh
music.
my god, so you had to train without it. So
Yeah.
You knew. Okay. That makes sense.
So
But that's
now,
terrible.
yeah, oh yeah, music makes it go by so much faster.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nate, I would love to hear your There's Literally Nothing Worse Than, because I feel like you can roll off like 12. This is what I'm adding this segment because I know I'm adding this segment because I do want you to be included in these segments. There's literally nothing worse than, so you can rant for 5 seconds.
So, wait, I have a question about the military.
Uh-huh.
So, for all of the shit, they don't let you have any music?
Like they just
For
started
any
to
workouts
where
or
we can listen to music now. Before, no.
That's not that crazy, but I guess that's crazy.
Like I'm like, why not? Why are you want us to be miserable?
The problem?
When I was
Right.
in
What's it
cross country,
causing?
We weren't allowed to.
Why? I mean, that makes sense because
It ruins your pace.
yeah, depending on the
also-
song.
We're supposed to like talk with teammates too.
Yeah.
Helps in your endurance to talk. Like,
Yes,
like,
yes.
10
Running
miles.
and talking is good for you, but it's hard. Yeah. Well, come on. There's got to be something in the military that you could say there's literally nothing worse than.
Girl.
Don't you have to like do like a 5K with like 50 kilograms?
Oh yeah, the ruck marches. We don't do that. We don't do those. We have not done those that often. I just like missed training
Uh-huh.
because my sister had COVID. I had a positive COVID test. All that stuff. Whatever. So I just missed training, and on that training they did a ruck march, but it's usually like just 35 pounds on your back.
Oh, just 35 pounds. No big deal.
Cause like, so here's my problem.
I'd be
How
dead.
Look
much
like-
does Amari weigh? I mean,
30.
Yeah, so that's normal for her, but not for a
And
non-mama.
Mommy, hold me all day.
Yeah. Well, that was what happened in my dream. She was like up to my boobs and said, "Mom,
Uh-huh.
lift me up." And like she's not 30 pounds then.
when Junior records, yes.
Hold her on the
Uh-huh.
hip. Yeah.
And she's
Crazy.
10 feet tall. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
She's dangling when I'm holding her. Yeah. Short problems. But yeah, like with the ruck marches and stuff. So I'll say there's nothing worse than coming back from doing training all day and not being able to shower or eat because you have a meeting you have to be in or whatever. Like, gotta be up at 4 a.m, out in the field all day. There's nothing worse than sleeping under the stars. Let me say that.
Oh.
Because we've had to do that.
Hot
We've had to
take.
dig our own foxholes and sleep in them.
Oh my god.
And the chick that I was with, we were supposed to be pulling security, and leadership was like coming around with night vision goggles on to make sure everybody was awake. No showers, like baby wipes and a water bottle.
There you have it.
Yeah, so there's nothing worse than that. I'll say that.
Yeah.
They ruined camping for me.
Yeah, my two things are nothing. Nothing. In comparison. It was more so, yeah. When I thought of it, I was like, gripes a daily basis with life.
Uh-huh.
But there's nothing worse than that. Wow. Nate, did you think of one? There's literally nothing worse than... Very long pause.
Somebody that
Say it
is
PC.
mad. Say it PC. What?
Politically correct, because that's what it seems
I
like
mean,
you're
the
doing.
things that come out of my mouth aren't PC. The person does this. But when you're driving on a road
Oh, okay.
and you're going above the speed limit
Mm-hmm.
and somebody wants to go faster than you,
Mm-hmm.
Well, that happened to me today.
Every day, yeah.
so they go around you,
Mm-hmm.
but then you didn't speed up at all,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're holding you up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that happened to me today, this morning.
What is
Yeah.
it with that?
Just to piss you off.
Yeah. Yep.
Literally, that's all I can think of.
No,
It's
that
just
happened to me
piss
today.
you
I
off.
literally slowed down at a yellow light and stopped, and the one behind me was like, and then when it went green, she went to the other lane around
Well,
me.
she was mad.
I had a woman hang out the window
Oh yeah, he
because
did.
I didn't go through a yellow light. I stopped at the red, and it's a bad intersection. It's like
he's not trying to get killed with
Yeah,
someone
it's
else
a bad
going
intersection.
through.
I've seen people, like, dangling out of a vehicle, like, because they were in an accident at that same place. There's a lot of accidents there, so I was like, I'm gonna just... I mean, it was, like, not the beginning of a yellow. It's, like, the end of it. But she's like, fuck you. And she hangs out the window and is like,
She wanted you to know she was pissed.
She wanted you to know.
I wasn't even offended because I was
It's
like,
hilarious.
It's like a 20-something-year-old, like, white
Acting
girl
this
just,
way.
like,
Pissed.
looked like she was gonna, like, on her way to, like, work or something, and I'm just holding her up. I'm like, bro,
Not your
you get
fault
the wrong
she's late.
me, the wrong me on the wrong day, or the wrong somebody else, somebody way scarier than me on the wrong day.
I'm gonna follow you to wherever you're going.
Yep.
So what was all that stuff you was talking? Yeah?
Yes,
Alright.
say it to my face now, bitch.
Crazy.
Yeah, people are... I don't understand, like... I don't know. I thought Florida drivers were bad. They are.
They are.
They're horrendous. But I'm like, what are y'all in a rush to go to Walmart?
Yeah.
You rushing to go to Walmart? Nobody told you to leave the house 5 minutes before you had to be at work. Like...
Not our fault. Not our fault if you're late. I hate that.
And speeding, I mean,
We all do it.
because I be trying to beat the GPS. Like, I'm cutting at
It's a
least 5
game.
minutes off of this trip.
Yes.
I beat it to your house today.
Oh, yeah.
I'll beat it by 2 minutes. But I'm like, you know, when I do it, there's nothing wrong with it. But when other people, I'm like, what are you rushing for, buddy? Like, we're just taking a leisurely little drive.
Yeah, enjoy. Be present.
We're fine. We're chilling. It's like they're trying to get to work. It's traffic. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
But yes, that irritates me. That happened to me this morning. I was coming back home from taking my sister to work, and this dude, of course he was in a Mustang, he's driving, and he was like right up on my bumper. And I'm like, all right, buddy, you can go around me. But there was no space for him to go around. So, like, he found the, like, smallest space between two vehicles and, like, went around. But then he slows down in front of me. Right. And I was like, weren't you just trying to go? We're both going, like, 100. Not really. But we're both speeding right now, buddy. Like, what more do you want?
Right. What else can I do? You want me to crash into the car in front of me? Great. Okay.
Like, why are we slowing? Why'd you slow down? Why'd you get in the vroom vroom lane and you're not vroom vrooming? I'm confused. Yeah.
Oh, that is the worst when people are in the vroom vroom left lane and not moving fast.
Why are we going 65 and a 70? I'm confused. We should be going at least 85. You know what I mean? Like, again, just kidding.
Just kidding.
JK,
Anyone
guys.
out there?
For
Yeah.
insurance purposes.
Right.
I'll be going below.
Right. At least 3 below. Okay?
Yeah.
At least 3.
At least. So yeah, that's our segment. There's literally nothing worse than let us know in the comments if you like it or hate it.
Y'all better like it.
Yeah, because we're gonna continue to complain on this. Okay, so are there any other stay or go things, situations in your life that you want to talk about? We only got through 2 so far. I feel like there's another big one that we haven't hit. That has to do with a child we've been talking about a bunch.
Oh, yeah, I ain't having no more kids, bro. It's not gonna happen. Nah.
So, you have one child,
Mm-hmm.
a Miss Amari,
Mm-hmm.
and
2 if you count Junior sometimes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Technically.
2
I was just
children.
joking.
Oh,
He be a little baby sometimes. Don't let him get sick.
oh, he's gonna be so
I was-
butthurt. He's gonna be so
Oh,
hurt
he'll tell you.
when he hears this.
He'll tell you.
No, he's honest. He's cool about that. Yeah,
Like,
he'd be like, "Yeah, I need help when I'm
That's what
sick."
I am.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. But
Can't
anyway,
nobody beat my ass. That's what he'd say.
yes. So you have one child. She's about to be 3 in a little bit. Crazy. No, she's not. She's gonna be 2 forever.
Right.
So you had a pretty crazy pregnancy with Miss Amari, right?
Sure did.
Sure did. And is that anything you want to share about, or?
Oh, yeah, I'm very much open because... So, one of the things I had is I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Hyperemesis Gravidarum is what
Sounds good to me.
Right. I think that's how you say it. But it's a pregnancy illness that there's not a lot known about it. And it literally only lasts through pregnancy. Mm-hmm. And then after you have the baby, it's done.
And what were the symptoms that you experienced?
Whew. So, I couldn't eat. I'm not talking about, like, morning sickness. Like, I ate, like, I remember my sister-in-law had made mac and cheese, and I ate one of the shells. And I chewed it up so tiny and was violently vomiting. Couldn't eat ice. I had to go to the hospital multiple times to get fluids so that I wasn't weak. Mm-hmm. I lost like 20 pounds in like...
During a pregnancy, people. She lost 20 pounds.
In like... wasn't even a month. Mm-hmm. And my OB at the time didn't believe me. She was like, well, you need to be eating. I'm like, hey, Miss Girl, I can't.
I violently threw up after eating one mac and cheese shell.
I don't know what to tell you. She's like, just try sipping some water. Water felt like acid in my stomach. It was the worst.
Oh, my God.
But I didn't know about it. I thought that it was just morning sickness. So, I had COVID. I was in my first trimester. I had COVID. Ugh. And I was sick, but I also had HG, and I did not know that I had HG. I thought it was just COVID. Mm-hmm. But, like, 3 weeks after I had a negative test, I'm still vomiting. I'm still sick. Couldn't work. I was out of work for 3 months. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what is going on? And I had Googled it, and this YouTube video had popped up, which I don't know this lady's name, but shout out to her. I absolutely love you. Thank you so much for making me feel like I wasn't crazy. And I watched her video, and she was talking about HG. She had it with her pregnancy, and she was, like, way further along than I was. But she was like, you're not crazy. If somebody's watching this and they're going through this, whatever. That was one thing that I went through. Couldn't eat anything. For the longest time, my hair was falling out. My dad's a barber, and he came to cut my hair off because my hair was falling out. And I was looking in the mirror, and I'm like, I look like a cancer patient. But I was like, yeah, you do. Like...
That's how
you
sick.
Do. I'm like, thanks, Dad. Thanks for the
your dad was saying that.
He was like, yeah, you look like a cancer patient. I was like,
oh, okay.
Thanks. But that's how sick I look. Like, I was pale.
Yeah, and losing weight and losing hair. Yeah, that's terrible.
And anybody that knows me knows I love to eat.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
let's go.
And I couldn't eat a thing. So, but it didn't last throughout my whole pregnancy.
I was going to say, and that's like what people look the most forward to during pregnancy is getting to eat a bunch of food and not caring because it's like, oh, there's 2 of us.
I'm pregnant. Yeah. The baby wants this.
Yeah.
It lasted, well, almost to my 3rd trimester, actually. And so I had HG, I had hyperthyroidism, and then I had a heart condition, and I had to wear a heart monitor. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all this to get a baby? That's crazy. That is actually wild. Mm-hmm. Like, I absolutely love my child. Yeah. But going through pregnancy was crazy. And Junior was working. I finally went back to work after 3 months of being out. And even then, like, I was still given a hard time. Like, I was still throwing up and stuff. But my supervisor at the time gave me a hard time about it. But... yeah, it was really wild, and I was not expecting pregnancy to be like that. Like, I knew there was going to be morning sickness, and I was going to be uncomfortable, but I didn't expect that.
No. And you definitely, like, dealt with it longer than most people would because you were thinking this is what it's supposed to be. It's my first pregnancy. I have no idea. But
and I kept going to the hospital, and I remember, like, the 4th time I went, Junior had just come back from cook cabin. And he had been driving people to the airport. He was exhausted. And he came home, and I was laying on our bedroom floor, and I couldn't get up. And he had to call 911 because he couldn't get me up. Mm-hmm. And they came. I went to the hospital. And I remember the doctor looking at me, and he was like... because I kept asking him, like, can I go home? Can I go home? Because the medication they were giving me gave me really bad anxiety. And I was just, like, freaking out. And he was like, your urine is red.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm like, what you mean? What that mean?
Yeah.
And he's like,
yeah.
I'm admitting you to the hospital. I'm like, no, you don't get it. Like, and it was during COVID, so Junior couldn't be with me. I was by myself.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm like, I'm trying to go. Like, I'm trying to leave. And he was like, yo, I'm not letting you leave. Like, you can't. He was like, basically arguing with me. He's like, I'm not letting you go anywhere. Mm-hmm. I was like,
If you want to live, you must stay here, basically.
And that's pretty much what he told me.
Yeah.
And I remember the video I watched with that lady on YouTube. A lot of people terminate their pregnancies because it gets so bad to where it's basically
you can't do it.
like killing them in a way. And now there's like a lot more research being done about it, but when I was pregnant, I saw almost nothing about it besides people like YouTube videos that they're making about their experiences. Even Googling stuff, even my OB didn't know what it was.
Right.
And
that's crazy.
it wasn't until I went to the hospital that they were like, yeah, you have HG. And I'm like, what's HG? What are we talking about? So that was wild. And with each pregnancy, it gets worse.
Oh, so is that ultimately what made you decide you're not going to have another child?
That's one reason. Because I'd have to be at home taking care of Amari while being sick. I don't want to do that. And I also don't want to miss out 10 months of her life because I'm sick. And then I have to bring another baby in and she doesn't get to be a kid. But also, like, me and Junior, we've talked about it so many times, but having a kid is difficult. Like,
yeah.
It's not difficult in the way of like, oh, you lose sleep at night. And like, I am now concerned for this child's well-being for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter if she's 20, 30, 40, 50.
Yep.
I'm still going to be stressed
Until
and
you
concerned.
Die. Yeah.
And it's like, and then you think about, well, if you die, like, are they able to take care of themselves? Like, you know, and also, me and Junior, like, we were married for 5 years before we had a kid. We spent a lot of time with each other. We miss being able to spend time with each other. I don't have a huge village of people. Like, I have my friends, but most of them have kids. Right. Everybody works. Everybody's trying to make it through life. I don't have somebody that can just drop everything and be like, yeah, I can take her. I can watch her. And I'm not the type of person that just lets anybody watch my kid.
Yeah. And you shouldn't be, because there's messed up people in this world.
Right.
Yeah.
Daycare's expensive. I remember after I got off of maternity leave, me and Junior, we were talking to one of our friends, and her daughter and Amari, they're not far apart in age. And she was saying that one of the daycares she was going to send her to, where they like actually have teachers that went to school to take care of kids. It's like a Montessori daycare. They wanted $1,400 a month.
That is a whole wrench, even.
Right.
Wow. I mean, it makes sense because they're watching kids, but wow, that's a lot of money.
And it's like, if I send her to a daycare that's cheap, she's going to be sick all the time. She's probably not going to be taken care of.
Screamed at and just not good.
And I don't have time for...
No.
Let a daycare center call and tell me something happened to my child. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not going to be pretty, but there's a lot that goes into having kids, and I don't think people really understand that. The baby phase only lasts 1 year.
Yep.
They're only a baby for 1 year. And you are in charge of this person's, like, you have to help them to be emotionally sound. You have to help them to work through things when you're not even at that level.
Yeah.
Like, emotional intelligence is a real thing that you have to teach children.
Yes.
And if you are not emotionally intelligent as an adult and you are not able to understand your feelings and you're not able to calm yourself down and things of that nature, how are you going to do it for a kid? And passing along trauma from your parents and reparenting yourself and unlearning things that your parents taught you.
Right.
It's a lot. And I'm the oldest of 3. And I was basically a parent to my siblings. I don't want that to be a thing.
Right.
And regardless of whatever age Amari is, at some point she's gonna have to, like, or she's gonna feel, I don't want her to, but I feel like at some point she'd be like, oh, I need to help out with my siblings, you know, whatever. And there's no age gap to me that's perfect. Like, I always thought like a 10-year age gap would be great. But you have babies back to back, and your oldest doesn't get to be a child anymore.
Right.
You have to put your time and energy into the baby. I want her to be able to play sports if she wants to. I want us to be able to travel. I don't want to have to find childcare for 2 kids.
Right.
Or multiple children. And me and Junior have talked about it too, and he's like, if they can come out and they'd be independent, it'd be fine. The baby phase was not easy. Because I had postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety and all of those things. And, like, I don't want to ever go through that again. No. It's not... Pregnancy was not easy, and then, like, postpartum... Like, I just got to the point where I feel like kind of myself again. And not having that village that you would like. I don't have a lot of people, like I said, that can just watch my kid, or I can, hey, you want to go on a date night, babe? Like, we don't have that. We have to make it work with what we have. And I don't want to go through that again. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think people get in their heads, like, once you have one kid, they need a sibling. And you can't be selfish about not giving your child another sibling. But I think it's easier to give your child everything that you want to give them when you only have one, or if you have the money to do so, because not having money and having a child is not fun. When you have to work for everything and you have to, like, struggle a little bit to get to that point, it's not fun. It's not enjoyable. Why would I bring another child into that?
Amen.
That's so
sister.
stupid. And people just have kids back to back to back and don't think about any of this stuff. So,
yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Respect. No, I love it. And no shame to anybody that has or wants to have more than one child.
Right. Y'all have kids if you want
This
to.
is the Stay or Go podcast. Radiance is saying stay having one kid and go having multiple. That's her opinion. Okay? That's
like,
what we say.
people do what works for them. Y'all do what works for you.
Yeah.
It's not going to work for me.
No. And so that's why I was wondering if it was just the HG because of, like, physically delivering if you wanted to adopt or foster, but it's really more so also just wanting to give everything you can to her while also being able to still do things as a couple. Yeah.
And my career choice. Being in the military is hard, being away from my kid.
Yeah.
And it's guaranteed that at some point I'm going to be away from my kid. I don't want to have a baby, another child, and be away from another kid.
Right.
Like, I don't want to do that either. And I still want to go back to school. I still want whatever career I want.
Right.
And when you have multiple children, you have to make sacrifices, too. I am not ashamed or scared to say I'm selfish in that regard. I'm not going to have more. I'm selfish in that regard. There's still things I want for myself. And if I can give it to my child and myself, great. But I don't want to have to split that between 2 kids or multiple children. Yeah. And I feel like if I try it for another kid, I'm going to end up with twins or triplets. Okay?
It's just
because they run on both sides of our family.
Oh, wow.
Me too.
Really? I didn't know that. God. Okay. But no, what you're saying is literally, in my mind, the opposite of selfish. Because I hear you saying that you do not want to spend time away from your kid. You want to be with them. And also, like, I work in, obviously you know this, foster care and adoption. And I heard a story the other day of a birth mom that had 10 kids. That's being selfish, is now you are not taking care of them and they are in foster care because of you. So you are not being selfish by saying, I can only control one right now. And that's my decision. Yeah, 10, and just kept popping them out.
10 kids is
Well, my mom
crazy.
is
I know, but your mom kept them all together.
Oh, yeah, she did.
She didn't have.
Did a great job.
His mom is one of 9.
Yeah.
Crazy.
My dad's one of 5 too.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, they did too much back then.
I was, like,
My mom's one of
it wasn't
5.
The boomers, but it was.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
I guess my dad's
Yeah,
a
it
baby
is.
boomer by 1 year.
Yes, it is.
My mom's not though.
What are our parents then? Aren't they? They're not in the boomer
Your
generation?
parents are a little bit older than mine.
No, they're not.
Oh no, my dad's older than
Yeah,
your parents.
by 3
My
years.
Mom's.
My dad's birthday's today. Shout out, Dad. I mean, it'll be a week later, 2 weeks later,
My
but
mom's like whatever that next generation is.
yeah,
After
same
the
with mine.
boomers.
But we can't say their ages, or they would literally shoot us.
My mom's been 47 for
For the last several years.
a long time.
And, like, can we talk about that for a second? Why are we scared about talking about our ages?
Right.
Why are we scared of that? What's the
I
problem?
feel like people
don't
just
like-
have a negative thing.
Yeah, but
It's like,
I think
oh my gosh,
you
you're getting older? What?
I think you got that, though, from them, because that's how they
I
talk.
did.
Right.
And then Universal and NBC published they published my age wrong.
What was it, older or younger?
Younger, so I just rolled with that. I've been rolling with that since. Yeah, like
What?
Wow, people
Good.
know your age, please.
people do, but according to the internet,
The internet doesn't know.
now somebody hears this.
Let me look it up.
I've been lied to.
He's so much older, guys. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so we're staying with just one kid. And she's going to have a great life, and you guys are going to have
that's
a great
crazy,
life.
'cause
Absolutely.
Fuck that HD shit. That sounds crazy.
Bro. And it's like not knowing about it. That was ghetto.
Do you want to shout out your YouTube? Because I know you started
Yeah, I do have that.
You do. You need to get back on it.
Girl, I was saying that the other day. I was like, dang, I haven't posted
I was so
anything.
interested. I watched the 2 videos that were there that she posted about her
I
pregnancy
got
story.
a whole like summary of it. So
I gave him the download.
Not the Spark Notes.
He's not sitting through something for
She was
30
like,
minutes.
Yo, this whole thing is so crazy.
And this is why I'm not having children ever.
And that's another thing. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't
You
know
never
if you're
know
going to be
until you
susceptible.
get pregnant.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's literally wild. I don't know why women, it's like, oh, you don't want children?
I know. I've literally told my grandmas that, and they're like, really, Jenna? You're not going to have kids? And I'm like, no. No, not
I don't want
as
them.
of right now. Nope.
Yeah, they're,
Nope.
I don't think, especially older people, they don't know how to fathom a life without having children. Because
Right,
it's like,
that was their...
you get married and then you have kids.
You get married,
bro,
yeah.
that's because a fucking house was like.
Yeah.
3 blueberries?
10,000.
3 freaking blueberries?
Yeah.
Like,
he's dead.
come on now.
Oh my gosh, you cracked him.
You got a house for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Houses are not cheap now.
No.
Oh my god.
This house, so small, cost the same. We were just talking about this earlier. The same as his parents' like 3-level home in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And this is a
gosh.
1-level ranch.
The one next door to us just sold for 300,000.
And it
You
looks
saw it? It's
uglier
like-
than this one. Yeah.
That's the other thing. It's like,
Same
people are like,
size.
just get a fixer upper. It's the same price.
It's the same. It doesn't matter, but it needs fixing up, so then it won't be the same.
God,
Mhm.
I have to have money to fix it up, guys.
Yeah. Adulting's hard. We're really going through it.
Stay or go.
Oh, here we go.
Metro Atlanta
Deuces.
prices.
Hey, but we don't live in New York City, so...
Well, the housing prices here.
Oh, yeah, they
To
they
buy
suck.
a
Ridiculous.
house, to buy
They
one.
do. They do suck.
To rent, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Compared to Pennsylvania, it's not that bad.
Okay. Well, this is a good segue into our 5 things that I have for you to stay or go.
Oh.
If you're cool with that.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, these are silly. I actually have 4
Junior
right
phoned
now.
one in, by the way.
He did?
Last.
Perfect, because I only had 4. Did you tell him that?
No, he just
Oh my
phoned one
god,
in.
how
Oh,
ironic. Okay. Let me do mine, and then we'll do Junior surprise one. So fun. Okay. That rhymed. Once again, I'm a rapper. Nate's rolling his eyes at me. Okay. I know the answer to this. So in this scenario, I'm sure if you've listened, stay means obviously we want it. And in this case, go means get the fuck out, right? Facebook, stay or go.
Stay up. Absolutely. I was talking to Mac about that yesterday. I was like, bro, there's so many times I'm like, I just want to delete my social media, but Facebook is too funny to delete, bro.
She loves
It's
Facebook.
too funny. Facebook.
Radiance
You are
is a
wrong.
Facebook
I mean-
whore.
And I'll like get on there and just repost a bunch of stuff and then get off for hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do I have all these notifications? It's like my grandmother's in the comments.
Oh,
like,
I see her. I see her there all the time.
she messages me and she calls me and she's like, what is this foolishness you're posting on Facebook? Facebook is stay, absolutely.
No, I know. I literally, and now the following are all because I was looking at your reposted Facebook. So, because he said I needed to give a heads up as to this next one. Okay, and this is going to sound so messed up. We already have talked about death, and I feel bad. Cremation. Stay or go.
Oh, I want to be cremated.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know this.
I don't want to be buried.
And why is that?
What y'all burying me for? Put me in an air fryer. Like, just, bro, it's way too expensive to bury people.
Once again, yes, so true. The money, man. Burying and getting a tombstone, so crazy.
I want one of them tree sacks.
Huh?
You know, like, you put. Hey, yo,
I know.
it's like a.
Junior, tree sacks.
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah, you get to be buried. Yeah.
Yeah, you seen that shit?
Uh-huh.
I haven't, but I need to know this now in case I live
like-
longer than you.
Get put in a sack full of dirt, and you get tree planted on top of you.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Feeds on
that's
your
nice.
nutrients.
Yeah, we should do that. That's good for the planet. We like to be eco-friendly.
I still want to be involved in family stuff. Like, cremate me and put me on the mantle. Like,
Yeah, do a little bit there, right, and then a little bit out in the nature.
like
Yeah,
the ocean or something.
and I saw you posted something with tombs or burial on your Facebook.
Girl, I don't even remember. I'll be reposting so much stuff up there. I'll just be
She
like,
does.
repost.
Guys, friend Radiance on Facebook.
I'm hilarious,
She
okay?
is hilarious. Okay, so now you should maybe know where this next one's coming from.
Oh, Lord.
On Facebook, maybe not. Having D cup or plus boob size. Stay or go.
Go, because it's ghetto. I want a breast reduction.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Like, what do I need what do I need anything past the C for?
Yeah.
What? For what? It don't look cute in tops.
Uh-huh,
Okay? There's so many cute tops I want to wear. Now my titties
Sag.
are sagging.
Yeah,
Like-
sag. It's terrible.
But
But.
a D,
Uh-huh.
but a breast lift.
Okay.
That might eat.
Okay. Yeah. So a breast lift can stay, and the D cup can stay only if.
There's a breast lift
The breast
associated.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I go back and forth between if I want a breast reduction or not. But like, I also don't want to do anything to my body. But also, like, they're so heavy and my back hurts and.
Back hurts, insurance will pay for it.
Not my insurance.
What?
My insurance sucks. There's so much shit I have to catch you up on with like blood work. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm not gonna tell the pod my issues. So, but my insurance sucks. I mean, I already mentioned how my employer insurance doesn't cover my birth control. So imagine what else it doesn't cover. But I saw the reason I'm bringing up this one was because it was like a little like drawing of a girl.
Oh yeah, with the fan?
Because
Yeah.
boob sweat, under boob sweat is real.
And it's ridiculous.
And it's insane. I could literally be sitting in this house all day and I'm warm right
like,
here.
why are they
right
sweating?
now.
Like, I stuffed my shirt underneath
Yes.
it. Why are they sweating?
Yes.
For what?
Nate's like, I cannot relate. I am flattest of the
It's
flat
so
chest.
dumb. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, like when I was younger, I'm like, yeah, I want boobs. For what?
No. Mm-mm.
Why do I want boobs?
You're gonna love me no matter what.
Like, why do I? Nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, he's like, maybe not.
Nah.
Oh, yeah. No, they suck. They suck. But,
I did what I needed to do with them.
yes. The job is done because no more
it's
babies.
over.
It's over. Nate, did you even get that? I feel like at first you didn't get what she was saying.
Get what?
The job that her
Yeah, I
boobs...
understand.
okay.
Like, it's,
Yeah, they're done. They're done. Okay, last one before we get to juniors. Job interviews. Stay or go.
depends on the job.
Because I knew you were before you had made the decision now to stay in the military. I thought you were looking for other jobs, right?
Oh, I still am.
Oh, you still are. Okay. But
Job interviews, depending on the employer, they do suck. Only because you, like, fake it to get the job.
yeah, right.
You
It's
gotta be, like,
being a
all
phony.
smiley, and you gotta be fake.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're honest, or, like, if they go in there, it's like, why should we hire you? Y'all hiring and I need a job. Like, that's why you should hire
the
me.
simple answer. I need money to pay bills.
I
Houses
can't
are
say-
no longer blueberries.
But I can't say that, because then y'all will be like,
Wow, she's just all about the money. Yeah, I am. Give
literally,
me a job.
if y'all wasn't paying this much, I wasn't coming over here. Like, yeah, so job interviews,
They can go.
goodbye.
Bye. Go, go, go. Unless you're nice and you're like, yeah, you're qualified. Here you go.
And why do I have to interview with 3 different people?
Yeah.
Can y'all not just, like, interview me and be like, yep, you could probably do the job? Why Bill, Tim, and, like, Connolly gotta go through like, what's happening? Why we
Yeah.
gotta go through a whole process?
You know
with
what's even
3 people?
scarier? People that are teachers. My cousin had to do like a whole like board room like interview with all the members of the school board. Like 12 people. School jobs. Crazy. And you don't even get paid that much at school.
I was about to say, teachers don't get paid that
Yeah,
much.
why do we have 12 people in
They
an
gotta
interview?
buy supplies.
Bro.
Yeah.
Because I be picking up supplies.
Yeah,
for
for
and
teachers.
I'm like, you just spent
Yeah.
$380.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes
I
it
wonder-
depends. Sometimes they have a budget because my mom works. That's what she does at my school. Is like she's the accountant for all the teachers, and she's like, they all have an allotted budget, but of course it's not enough. They're going
Right.
to spend over that every year, every time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It can go job interviews and writing up a resume, all that crap.
It's them wanting a cover sheet.
Oh,
Like, do
yeah.
you just not need the resume? What you need the cover sheet
Yeah,
for?
I
Cover
never
letter.
do a cover letter.
For what?
No,
It really does work though.
but I hate
I
it.
started
Me
getting,
too.
Like when I
You
did
hear
cover,
people, you hear back from
they-
people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, see, I didn't with the most recent job I applied to, and maybe I should have wrote a cover letter. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so what's juniors? You got it on your phone?
Oh, Trinidadian mosquitoes.
Stay or go?
They can go, of course, but he get on my nerve.
Was there?
That's so
inside joke?
random.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So the last time I went to Trinidad was in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's like a golf ball size.
and he is dramatic because they're not that big. But I came back looking like I was in a war zone. I'm not gonna lie. Like I got bit up on my face. This side of my face was swollen.
Oh my God.
Everywhere that I got bit was swollen. And he's like, "You good?" And like bug spray doesn't work for them.
Yeah.
So none of that stuff.
What do you
works.
think it is?
I don't
What's
know.
the difference between like bug
I don't
spray?
know.
I mean, bug spray, does it ever truly work? No.
Those
not
the
really.
bug spray, those bracelets,
Mhm.
the anklets, all that stuff, whatever. But so now he's like, yeah, those things are the size of birds. Like, but we'll be having conversations with people that have never been to Trinidad before, and he'll be like, yeah, their mosquitoes are that's their country's bird. What are you talking about? Why would you tell them that? These people don't know you're lying.
No, they're gonna believe it.
They're like,
Oh wow, I didn't know
what?
that.
Really? Like you're gonna have people going home and Googling
Mhm.
what the state bird is. Like, yeah.
He just wants to mess with people.
The mosquitoes are a no though.
Yeah, they can. They can
We
go,
have to
go
sleep
away.
in nets in some places.
Oh my god. No, thank you.
That's crazy.
He's like, yeah, we don't need to
So-
go there.
Reminds me of- There's this place called Assateague.
Yeah,
You've heard of it?
yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's
Isn't that Florida?
No.
What?
It's
Why have I
right
heard of
outside
that?
Ocean City, Maryland. It's like a little island.
Oh
With the
yes,
horses?
yes. Sorry,
It has,
everyone
like-
up north, don't make fun of me.
In that like area, it has like the highest concentration of Lyme disease ticks.
Right.
What?
And
Yes.
mosquitoes. It's not the highest of Lyme disease ticks, but it's like one of the highest
Mhm.
spots. Like on an island with horses and deer. Lots of deer, lots of horses.
So
Ticks,
ticks.
mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
And people camp there.
How stupid.
And I went camping there.
How stupid of you.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
crazy.
And guess what? Nate has got Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Not
Oh, way
from
to,
there.
Like, share that on
I knew the second I was gonna say that. Don't share my medical information.
My boy.
Justin Bieber has Lyme disease too. He shouted it out to the world. It's
Yeah,
fine.
Look at him, he's a weirdo. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
You mean?
No, I fucks with Bieber.
We love you, Beebs.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
yeah.
Sure.
I rock with him. But
Yeah.
he's still a little
He's
off.
He got
cute.
some Lyme disease.
He
He
does.
got some, just a little bit.
Oh my god. Okay. So, anything else you want to talk about today? You want to shout anything out? You want people to follow you or not? This is the part when I have the influencers on, you know, the artists. They're like, yeah, follow my Spotify, follow my Instagram, my
You're just
TikTok.
impersonating Junior.
Literally, because that's what
That was
he
his
did.
whole episode.
Like
shout
my
out,
boy-
shout out.
You
Sounds
point
like
a
a
camera in his
whole
face,
J.
and that's
Cole
what he
outfit.
starts doing.
He was so fun though, and you were so fun too. But yeah, do you not want the people to follow
They
you?
can't.
They-
What's
Oh God, what's
my
your
Instagram?
Instagram?
That's Danny J. Charles. Yeah.
And how do you spell Danny for those?
DANII.
J. Charles.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, where did that come from? Oh no.
One of my middle names is Daniela,
Oh, cute.
and when I made like my newer social media, so that people in the military couldn't find me, I did that.
yes,
instead.
they can go and not follow you. Uh-huh.
Like
Mm-hmm.
now, I don't care, but I'm not changing.
Nah.
Why would I change my name?
Mm-mm. And is that mainly the only place you want people to follow you? What's your YouTube channel?
Life with Radiance.
Oh, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Life with Radiance. There's no underscores or things?
That's
Wow,
fine.
that's a
actually
good-
name.
That's a good YouTube name.
Kept it simple.
I love that.
I was trying to like, what am I gonna name? I'm like, wait, my name's pretty cool. Like,
Yes.
I'll just put my name
Yes,
up there.
it is. I love it. Every time I'm doing dishes with the Radiance detergent, I think of you.
Oh, yeah, for Halsey. They have sponges and cleaning stuff, and I'm like, how long this company been out? Because let it be less than how old I am.
Yeah.
I'm getting some copyright.
Mhm.
Something. Like, y'all gonna pay me.
Yes. Sponsor us.
Like,
Sponsor
I'm up
Radiance.
here. Please.
Mm-hmm.
Something. I
So
don't know. There's
funny.
nothing else that
No.
I'm married.
YouTube.
I have a kid.
Yeah, we talked about it.
That's it.
Alright.
Shout out to the biker gang.
Shout out to the biker
Gang,
church. Shout out to the military. Camera's dead. It's telling us we need to end. Okay, so like, follow,
out to the military.
subscribe, rate, review, comment, Stay or Go podcast, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. Radiance, thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
She hit me with the yellow lights. You wanna act like I don't know about it, baby, that's alright. Should I stay, should I go? I don't know if you bout it, baby, guess that's life. Said we can never get that right. I'm thinking that you love me, but you don't really want me. Like, should I stay, should I go?